But first at 11 tonight, live Pinpoint Doppler 12 is tracking Hurricane Sandy and its possible impact on southern New England. Right now, the storm is in the Caribbean, heading towards Cuba.
It passed over Jamaica earlier today, lashing the island nation with heavy winds, rain, and storm surge. After Cuba, Sandy will threaten the Bahamas and Florida, and it could cause problems for us here by the end of the weekend. We have Pinpoint Weather Team coverage tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Catherine Sotnick is standing by from the mobile newsroom.
First, let's go to Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca, who's tracking the storm from the Forecast Center.
Well, you've tuned in just in time because brand new information has come into the Weather Center. I've been analyzing it now for the last 45 minutes, and it still has me somewhat concerned that we're going to feel some impact in one form or another from Sandy. However, we're talking about something that is 4 days away, and a lot can change in that 4-day period, but we're becoming more and more concerned that the impacts are going to be felt here by the end of the weekend and early next week. Winds now at 80 to 85 miles per hour as it spins across Jamaica, getting ready to head towards Cuba. Now, the forecast over the 3 to 5 day period takes it through the Bahamas, off the coast of Florida, off the coast of North Carolina, and then by Sunday night and Monday morning, south of New England. Now, in this position, it's generating huge waves and huge surf at the area beaches. And at the same time, the wind circulation, in other words, the area of strong winds is very large. So even if the storm were to stay offshore, we would still have ocean impacts, wind impacts, and rain impacts. Now, a track like that would be comforting in that it would go out to sea, but we're still thinking that the storm may actually move in reverse of all things and back in closer to the coastline by Monday, bringing rain, wind, and coastal flooding, the magnitude of which remains to be seen. I'm still waiting for the new data now coming in from the National Hurricane Center. That should be in about 5 minutes. So bottom line, there's a lot to cover. Check back with me about another 10 minutes and we'll talk more about Sandy and potential impacts, but this is certainly one that bears close watching.
All right, thanks, Tony. Now, we talked to Rhode Island emergency management officials. Tonight, they tell us they are keeping an eye on what Sandy does. And
they say it is not a bad idea for people to start making preparations just in case the storm does make that left turn towards the East Coast. Eyewitness News reporter Catherine Sotnick continues our Pinpoint Weather Team coverage live from EMA headquarters in Cranston with the West Bay Mobile Newsroom.
Well, officials here tonight say they don't want to alarm anyone, but they do want you to be as prepared as possible in case she does hit us. While her path at this point is uncertain, Hurricane Sandy's threat to New England continues to be a possibility. Rhode Island Emergency Management tells us that they're already taking that threat seriously.
We are closely monitoring the storm along with the National Weather Service.
Earlier Wednesday, Hurricane Sandy roared across Jamaica, flooding streets and leaving behind plenty of damage. Back here at home, National Grid says they're expected to make a decision within the next 24 hours on whether or not to bring on extra crews. Governor Lincoln Chafee Wednesday pointing out the power outages with Tropical Storm Irene.
Of course, we're worried about what happened with Irene, with the loss of power, high winds, trees down on the power lines.
And no matter what the track the storm takes, the EMA says it will cause dangerous marine conditions. They're also handing out safety tips so that you can prepare for this potential arrival of this storm. They say to take your boats out of the water, trim overgrown tree branches and shrubbery, clear gutters of leaves and debris, and secure outdoor furniture and clear your storm drains.
I would much rather have people be prepared for the worst, but the best happens.
And state officials say they do plan on having a conference call with all the cities and towns in Rhode Island, probably around 4 o'clock sometime tomorrow, to update them on the storm's progress. Reporting live tonight from EMA headquarters with the West Bay Mobile Newsroom from Cranston, I'm Catherine Sotnick, Eyewitness News.
We have in-depth coverage as we continue tracking Sandy. Tony will be back in less than 15 minutes with his full futurecast. And make sure you tune into Eyewitness News this morning right here on WPRI 12 starting at 4:30 a.m. and on our sister station Fox Providence at 7 a.m. for the very latest track of the storm.
And for all the information you need to be storm ready, go to WPRI.com. There you will find a printable and interactive hurricane tracker and photo gallery of the storm.